The story of human evolution is not as straightforward as you are led to believe. Rather than replacing our ancient relatives, modern humans still carry their genes. Around 50,000 to 60,000 years ago, as land apes in Africa had their genes mixed with those of Neanderthals, the hybrids moved into Europe and Asia, where Neanderthals, robust, intelligent humans, had thrived for hundreds of thousands of years. We are told that most people of European and Asian ancestry carry between 1 and 2% Neanderthal DNA. But in reality, it is much more than that. And this genetic inheritance continues to shape your health in surprising ways. Advances in genetic sequencing have revealed that these ancient genes are not merely remnants of a distant past. They remain biologically active, influencing everything from immune responses and sleep patterns to pain sensitivity and disease risk. One of the most significant contributions of Neanderthal genetics lies in the immune system. When modern humans entered unfamiliar environments beyond Africa, they encountered new pathogens for which they had little natural defense. Neanderthals, having lived in Eurasia for hundreds of thousands of years, possessed genetic adaptations that helped them survive local diseases. Some of these beneficial immune-related genes entered the modern human gene pool. These inherited variants may have provided early humans with a valuable survival advantage, helping them to fight infections in unfamiliar lands. Yet evolution rarely offers gifts without trade-offs. Some Neanderthal-derived immune genes appear to make the immune system more reactive. While this heightened vigilance may have helped our ancestors combat dangerous microbes, it can also increase susceptibility to allergies, asthma, and certain autoimmune conditions in the modern world. In environments where infectious diseases are less deadly than they once were, an overactive immune response can become a liability rather than an asset. Neanderthal DNA has also been linked to how our bodies respond to pain. Studies suggest that some inherited genetic variants influence pain perception, making certain individuals more sensitive to discomfort. Researchers believe these genes may affect nerve signaling pathways, subtly altering how pain is experienced. What may once have been advantageous for survival, prompting quick reactions to injury or danger, can now influence everyday experiences of physical sensation. Even our sleeping habits may carry traces of our ancient relatives. Several Neanderthal-derived genes are associated with circadian rhythms, the biological clocks that regulate sleep and wakefulness. Some scientists speculate that these adaptations helped humans adjust to shorter winter days and seasonal light changes of northern latitudes. But also Neanderthals liked to hunt at night and sleep during the day, when dangerous predators would also be sleeping. The nights were filled with dangers, including cave hyenas, heavy-set pack hunters that actively competed with Neanderthals for cave sites. Fossil evidence shows they scavenged and lightly hunted Neanderthals, as specialized night vision and bone-crushing jaws made them terrifying nocturnal threats. Eurasian cave lion, massive ambush predators that were roughly 10% larger than modern African lions. They utilized the darkness to stalk large game and would readily target hominids out in the open or near cave entrances. European leopard, stealthily solitary cats that excelled at night hunting in forested and rocky terrains. Modern leopards frequently prey on primates at night, and their prehistoric counterparts likely viewed Neanderthals as highly viable prey. Homotheon. Large fields with blade-like upper canines and a running optimized build. While partially diurnal, their acute vision allowed them to exploit twilight and nocturnal vulnerabilities in homid groups. Grey wolf. Highly intelligent pack hunters that became increasingly dominant during the late Pleistocene. Their exceptional night vision, stamina, and pack coordination made them dangerous to Neanderthals. Therefore, staying awake and alert during nighttime was very important. Today, these genetic influences may contribute to whether someone is naturally inclined to wake early, stay up late, or experience variations in sleep quality. The relationship between Neanderthal DNA and modern disease is particularly complex. Certain genetic variants inherited from Neanderthals have been associated with increased risks of conditions such as type 2 diabetes, blood clotting disorders, and depression. At the same time, other inherited variants may offer protective benefits. During the COVID-19 pandemic, researchers discovered that one Neanderthal-derived genetic region was associated with a reduced risk. These findings highlighted how ancient genetic legacies can still influence our responses to modern health challenges. Modern scientists remain confused and baffled about our true origins, which I have discussed at length in my book and other videos. The discovery of the double helix structure happened in this time cycle in 1953. The true explosion of DNA technology is even more recent. This is a completely new technology to modern human science, and this is why they are guessing at worst and making false or not entirely accurate discoveries at best. One such confusion is around the melanocortin-1 receptor gene that encodes a critical protein on the surface of melanocytes that controls skin, hair, and eye colour. Modern humans and ancient humans alike have been shown to carry mutations for red hair, pale skin, and blue eyes. Not everyone carries the same mutation, and we are told that the type found in 2 ancient Neanderthals is rarely found in modern humans. The thing is, they have only tested 2 ancient Neanderthals and compared them to the mutations found in a handful of modern humans. So any conclusion that says the red hair gene responsible for red hair in Neanderthals is different than in modern human is erroneous. Not least because not every Neanderthal or modern human has been tested, and modern Neanderthals are now considered modern humans by scientists because we still exist, but they assume we all died out and only carry a few of their genes. They are wrong about that, and they are wrong about how much of the DNA in modern humans is actually Neanderthal. Sometimes they will claim that ancient DNA has been contaminated by modern human DNA. And yes, this can and does happen, but they also use this as an excuse as to why we are so genetically similar to our ancient ancestors. The truth is, they don't know. They are guessing, and the more they learn, the more what I talk about in my book will be discovered to be true. How I know this? Because the knowledge is very ancient. It does not rely on modern science to confirm it. It has been passed down for hundreds of thousands of years. Your origins, your DNA, the story of your ancestors, the blood that flows through your veins. The code is within you, and it remembers. Natural selection does not strive for perfection. It favours traits that improve survival and reproduction within a particular environment. A gene that was beneficial 40,000 years ago may not be ideal today, yet it can remain embedded in the human genome if its disadvantages were not severe enough to eliminate it. Our DNA is therefore a historical record, preserving adaptations that once helped our ancestors navigate a very different world. The continuing study of Neanderthal genetics is transforming our understanding of modern human health. Rather than viewing evolution as a closed chapter, scientists increasingly recognize that the past remains present within us. Every inherited fragment of Neanderthal DNA tells a story of ancient encounters, environmental pressures, and survival strategies that continue to shape our bodies thousands of generations later. Far from being extinct in every sense, Neanderthals live within millions of people today. Their legacy is written into our immune systems, our sleep cycles, our responses to pain, and even our vulnerability to disease. The ancient meeting between species has become part of the biological foundation of modern humanity, a reminder that our evolutionary history is not behind us, but within us. Okay, that's going to be all for now. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, comment and subscribe, and join the Discord if you want to chat to some of us, and become a member of the channel if you like my videos, to show your support. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.